Merry Christmas, damn it. There's a lot of XRP moving around lately. And there's a couple crypto media outlets here that are kind of strangely, pushing a narrative that I don't think makes sense. Headlines, I find innocuous enough. Take a look. Ripple, Coinbase, and Crypto Whale transfer 365.7 million XRP. That's from a crypto media outlet U Today. Here's the headline from AMB Crypto. Why Coinbase, Ripple, and other crypto whales moved 365.7 million XRP. And they cite that the reason for these massive moves is purely negative, and it's because of the litigation that is going to be ensuing between Ripple and the SEC, with of course the SEC claiming that XRP is a security. I don't think there's any evidence of that, but they're citing it. Here's a headline from today. Almost 100 million XRP wired by top exchanges as XRP spikes 50%. So I'm going to run through this, and I do want to share with you, because I know a lot of people are scared today. I get it, with what's happening with XRP and how detrimental it would be if indeed XRP was verified in the United States to actually be a security. But I would encourage you to just not forget that XRP is truly decentralized, arguably more decentralized than Bitcoin even. And I'm pro Bitcoin, mind. Like I would like Bitcoin to do well. It has been doing well. I certainly suspect it indefinitely will do well. And so I just want to share with you, like, XRP is not going away just because one department within one one country, the United States, even if it were found to absolutely verifiably legally be stated this is a security, even, and that's an if, I don't think that's going to happen, but even if, XRP is not going away and the rest of the world disagrees. They would disagree with that stance. And so the macro trend for the crypto asset class is still in place. So I'll be running through this piece also from the Daily Huddle. Is Bitcoin burst of $400,000 in the works? Luke Martin analyzes Wall Street veterans' massive Bitcoin price prediction. And so in the short term, I understand this is scary. People have been fearful, and a lot of people have decided to exit their XRP positions, and I don't fault anybody for doing that. If it's bothering you, it's too scary, then get out if you want to get out. That's fine. You know, it doesn't affect me. I'm happy to share my opinion, though, and I'm not going to waver. I'm going to continue to hold, and I still believe that either XRP is going to be worth a freaking fortune or it's going to zero. And I firmly believe that it's going to be worth substantially more in the future than it is today. Now, to be clear, I don't have a financial background. I am not offering financial advice, and so you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I just think it's fun to talk about these things as an enthusiast and make YouTube videos as a hobby. That is all that it is. I'm just as interested in it as you. So into this first piece here. Whale Alert has shared details of 4 weighty XRP transfers that constitute $36.2 million in fiat. The transfers were made between major digital exchanges: Binance, Huobi, BitGo, a crypto custodial platform, Bitrue, Kraken, and others. And you can see there's a few of them on your screen right now. And so in this piece, they're just kind of citing this, and they don't have some sort of negative narrative in this particular piece. They even cite here, XRP recovered to 37 cents as crypto friendly chairman now helms SEC. Now, of course, this is an interim position. I talked about this just the other day. And so who knows who's ultimately going to replace this gentleman here. His name is, I'm going to butcher this probably, but Elad Rose. I think that's how you say it. Pretty sure I just nailed that, mother. All right, anyway. So we don't know who's going to replace. Hopefully it would be somebody that is pro-crypto. But it doesn't mean, regardless, it doesn't necessarily mean this is going to go away. I mean, can you imagine coming in as a new SEC chair and then just completely eliminating this? If anything, maybe you'd be, if you want it to go away because you think it's silly what Jay Clayton did, maybe you settle it. I'd kind of be surprised if whoever it is, even if they think it's nonsense, if they just say, no, Jay was wrong, and then make it go away. I think I don't think it would look good for them, the optics of it. So again, it's just my suspicion that if anything, they just find a way to settle with Ripple if they want it to go away. And even if they firmly believe it, I still think it's more likely that we'd see a settlement over anything else, because I can't. I'm not a lawyer, but their case doesn't make a damn bit of sense. It just doesn't. I mean, I read the complaint. It's 71 pages, and just how can you possibly reasonably think that a decentralized cryptocurrency, which Ripple did not issue, and with Ripple having no special permissions over the ledger, how could you possibly reasonably, rationally argue that XRP is a security of Ripple? My opinion is that you can't. They're trying, but you can't. And so then there was this. I'll just go into the one from A&B Crypto. Why Coinbase, Ripple, and other crypto whales moved 365.7 million XRP. And so they cite the transactions here, and then they go on to say the following. Recently, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission accused Ripple, Chris Larson, and Brad Garlinghouse that they allegedly raised more than $1.3 billion through an unregistered securities offering. The debate of whether XRP is a security or not is back. Following SEC's move, some crypto exchanges paused the crypto's trading. Even Bitwise Crypto Fund followed suit and liquidated its position in XRP. Well, look, as far as individual funds, it doesn't mean that they believe necessarily that XRP is a security. It's that they're protecting themselves from a legal perspective, and so I'm not surprised. Look, this is just fallout because the SEC is doing something that's boneheaded, in my humble opinion. And of course, if you're a fund and you're worried about the potential of XRP being declared ultimately a security, then you'll remove the exposure, and then once this goes away, you can jump back in if you want. This is not surprising, and it's just bad, scary news to people. But it doesn't change my personal calculus in determining if I want exposure to this particular asset or not. And it's not going to change anything. Like the fact that these funds are doing this. And as far as the cryptocurrency exchanges, I just want to highlight that these types of exchanges, the gigantic exchanges, they've pretty much always been happening. I highlight them on the channel with a certain amount of regularity. They're interesting, and it's kind of fun to figure out why some of it's happening. A lot of it happened, frankly, had to do with on-demand liquidity and undoubtedly reshuffling of balances on exchanges, because flows are always going to be heavier in one direction than the other. But just because it happened, you get these big transactions after this claim, it doesn't seem to me to be rational to just make a claim without any sort of evidence that it has something to do specifically with exchanges removing or reducing their exposure to XRP. If anything, they just say, hey, yeah, I can't list it, which did happen with our not list it. You can't trade it if you're in the United States, which is what just happened with the Bitstamp. I just put out a whole video about that. So I suspect that'll just be temporary until this all gets settled. Who knows how long this is going to take? But it's going to be messy until then. I'm just going to be real with you. It's going to be pretty damn messy. And I'm just going to hang out. I'm just going to keep doing me. I'm going to be doing my Moon Lambo life and all that. And I'm not going to let it emotionally bother me because I'm not going to let the SEC, that sounds so silly to say, but I'm going to say it, I'm not going to let the SEC have that power over me. That's just not something that I am going to do. That's pure silly. I think that it's going to go away, and we'll see. And if I'm wrong, fine, but I doubt it. We shall see. And then there's this, and because I want to point out, it's not, life is good still. Everything's fine. I know 2020 is one dumpster fire of a year. It's almost behind us, though. But the macro trend for the crypto asset class is in place, and XRP will continue to be traded globally, and because the rest of the world disagrees with the SEC, and XRP undeniably does still follow the price action of Bitcoin. So take a look at this. From the Daily Huddle, is Bitcoin burst to $400,000 in the works? Luke Martin analyzes Wall Street veteran's massive Bitcoin price prediction. Popular trader and crypto analyst Luke Martin is analyzing a massive Bitcoin price prediction from a veteran Wall Street fund manager. Scott Minerd, the global head of investment at the $270 billion asset management giant Guggenheim Investments, says Bitcoin should be valued at $400,000. Minerd says his firm's analysis is based on scarcity and relative valuations, such as things like gold as a percentage of GDP. In a new video, Martin points to Bitcoin's total supply cap of 21 million coins and governmental policy choices, which he says both lend credence to that theory. And here's a quote. If you use gold's market cap as a target and use that as a relative valuation model, if Bitcoin does eat into gold's market cap over the next 100 years, then I actually do think the $400,000 price target that Scott Minerd gave, and I imagine a lot of other soon-to-be Bitcoiners will be giving, actually does make sense, especially when you account that store of value assets are much bigger than just gold. Remember, people store value in collectibles. They store value in fine art. They store value in expensive cars. Billionaires, millionaires, they have Ferraris, they have Porsches, and sometimes they buy them to drive them around, but a lot of times they buy them as a store of value. You buy scarce items because they retain their value well in a world where we have infinite supply of fiat money. We continue printing money. Scarce assets continue to go up as the money supply goes up. And so I want to point out that XRP is genuinely scarce and it's deflationary. So while everything's scary right now, I get it. I guess you got to go through the pain if you want the rewards, right? No guts, no glory, as they say, right? And just don't forget, XRP ran up to almost $4 with only 0.002% of humans on the planet having ever held it. That's astonishing. It just like almost nobody had ever held it, and it ran up that high. We're not done. Like, this is not done. First of all, you can't shut down XRP. It's a decentralized cryptocurrency. And as far as the long-term viability, look, it's a scarce thing. It's very clear to me. It's not. I never thought that I was getting any sort of ownership in Ripple when I purchased XRP. It's not security, right? And so I understand this all has to be worked out, and we'll see how that all goes. But the macro trend is in place. I will not be shaken out of this market. I will hold my position. And if I'm wrong, fine. Maybe I'm wrong and it goes to zero. I just don't believe that. I get it. There's risk. We're investing in cryptocurrency. Investing in XRP is risky. Fine. But I've known that the whole time I've been in this space, right? I've been in it over 3 years. And I've always known that what's happening now could happen. I increasingly, the more time passed, I thought, well, it's probably not that likely just because... why would the SEC ever sit on this whole thing for years and years and years, go after other ICE? They were going after actual ICOs over the last few years. And then here's Ripple that's been around for the better part of a decade, not touching it. And then out of nowhere, at the end of 2020, as Jay Clayton is about to resign, then this comes, SEC, former SEC chairman Jay Clayton, who has now resigned. It didn't seem likely at all. Always knew it was possible, though. And so here we are. And it's, life is weird sometimes, man. It's been a weird year. It's been a weird freaking year. Ready for it to be behind me, I'll tell you what. But I'm not going to let it, ruin my day, any of my days. And I'm going to be patient. We're going to see how this all goes. And I will be happy to hang out with you if you'd like to keep kicking it here on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm not going anywhere. I am not going anywhere. I still remain endlessly confident. And as far as the train wreck that is the world of global cross-border payments, there is no other solution. It's either Nostro Vostro accounts or utilize a decentralized cryptocurrency with an open market price, and there's only one in the world that's being positioned for this use case, and it's XRP. So if this doesn't work, the problem will not be solved. And that doesn't seem likely to me. So we'll see, though. Would love to hear what you think in the comments below. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Where do you stand on all of this? But I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.